A relentless atmospheric river has plunged the state of Oregon into a dual humanitarian and infrastructure crisis. As of late December 2025, Governor Tina Kotek has officially declared a state of emergency for 15 counties, as record-breaking rainfall has caused major river systems to breach their banks, displacing thousands and severing vital transportation arteries across the Pacific Northwest. The current disaster is the result of a Category 5 atmospheric river, a narrow corridor of concentrated moisture in the atmosphere, which has funneled tropical moisture directly from the Hawaiian Islands toward the Oregon coast for 5 consecutive days. According to the National Weather Service, some areas in the Coast Range have received over 14 inches of rain within a 72-hour window. This Pineapple Express phenomenon was exacerbated by unusually warm temperatures, causing rapid snowmelt in the Cascade Mountains. The combination of torrential rain and snowmelt, known as a rain-on-snow event, has sent a surge of water into the Willamette, Santiam, and Umpqua river basins that the existing infrastructure was not designed to contain. The Willamette River in Portland has surpassed its major flood stage, reaching levels not seen since the historic floods of 1996. Low-lying neighborhoods in Milwaukee and Oregon City are currently under mandatory evacuation orders. The Willamette Greenway has been completely submerged, and the iconic Big Pipe infrastructure is operating at maximum capacity to prevent raw sewage from overflowing into the city streets.
Look at the fort.
In the state capital, the Willamette River has crested at 31 feet, flooding Minto Brown Island Park and threatening downtown commercial districts. In Eugene, the Mackenzie River's volatility has forced the closure of multiple bridges, isolating rural communities. The Oregon Department of Transportation has reported unprecedented damage to the state's highway system. Multiple sections of the main north-south artery have been closed due to standing water and debris flows near the California border and in the northern Willamette Valley. Highway 101, the lifeline for coastal towns, is currently severed in at least 6 locations due to massive landslides. The town of Tillamook has effectively become an island, accessible only by helicopter or boat. I-84 has faced intermittent closures due to rockfalls triggered by the saturated cliffs. Check real-time road conditions via TripCheck Oregon. The Oregon National Guard has been deployed to assist local search and rescue teams. General authorities report that over 4,500 residents are currently housed in emergency shelters managed by the American Red Cross. The most harrowing reports come from rural Linn and Lane Counties, where rapid-onset flash floods trapped residents in their homes before dawn. We have conducted over 200 water rescues in the last 24 hours, stated a spokesperson for the Oregon State Police. The current is extremely deceptive. We are urging people, turn around, don't drown. Tragically, 3 fatalities have been confirmed, 2 involving vehicles swept off the road and 1 resulting from a mudslide that destroyed a residence in the Columbia River Gorge. The economic toll is expected to reach billions of dollars. Thousands of acres of farmland in the Willamette Valley are underwater, threatening the hazelnut and nursery industries that Oregon is famous for. Power outages have affected approximately 85,000 customers as falling trees have downed lines. Several municipalities have issued boil water advisories after floodwaters breached treatment facilities. While the NWS predicts a slight weakening of the storm system by late tomorrow, the danger remains. Saturated hillsides are still prone to landslides even after the rain stops, and rivers will take days to recede below flood levels. Governor Kotek emphasized the need for federal assistance, stating, "This is a climate-driven catastrophe that exceeds the resources of any single state. We are working closely with FEMA to ensure that every Oregonian impacted by this disaster receives the support they need." The crisis is the result of a meteorological phenomenon known as a Pineapple Express, but on an unprecedented scale. For the past 96 hours, a narrow corridor of concentrated tropical moisture has remained stationary over Oregon. According to data from the National Weather Service Portland office, rainfall totals in the Coast Range have exceeded 16 inches, while the Willamette Valley has seen between 8 to 10 inches. This massive influx of warm rain has caused rain-on-snow events in the mountains, doubling the runoff volume as the mountain snowpack liquefies and surges into the drainage basins of the Willamette, Santiam, and Mackenzie rivers. The Willamette River in downtown Portland has surpassed its major flood stage of 28 feet. The city's big pipe system has reached full capacity, leading to reports of combined sewer overflows. The state capital is witnessing the flooding of Minto Brown Island Park and South Salem residential zones. The Santiam River has breached its banks, cutting off several rural communities. Oregon State University and University of Oregon campuses have moved to remote operations as local creeks and the Marys River overflow into low-lying housing. Often the epicenter of Oregon floods, the city is currently accessible only by heavy-duty military vehicles or air. The Wilson and Trask rivers have merged into a single inland sea, devastating local dairy farms. Multiple closures are in effect between Eugene and Roseburg due to standing water and a massive debris flow near the Rice Hill area. Over 45 major landslides have been confirmed. Geologists warn that because the soil is hypersaturated, the risk of slope failure will remain critical for at least 72 hours after the rain stops. Utilities including Portland General Electric, PGE, and Pacific Power report that over 120,000 residents are without power as uprooted trees have collapsed onto transmission lines. More than 12,000 residents have been displaced. The American Red Cross has established 20 emergency shelters across the 15 counties, though some shelters in Tillamook and Lane counties are reaching maximum capacity. In Linn County alone, 45 swiftwater rescues were performed overnight as residents were trapped in their attics by the rising South Santiam River. While the full scale of the damage will not be known for weeks, preliminary estimates suggest losses in the billions. The Willamette Valley's hazelnut and nursery industries, vital to Oregon's economy, are facing a total loss for the season in submerged areas.
The second flood in 2 weeks.
With I-5 and major rail lines blocked, the flow of goods between California, Oregon, and Washington has ground to a halt, raising concerns about food and fuel shortages in the coming days. This is not just a seasonal storm. This is a clear indicator of the increasing volatility of our climate, Governor Kotek stated during a press briefing at the State Coordination Center. Our priority is life safety. We are mobilizing every federal and state resource to ensure that no Oregonian is left behind in this deluge.
It's all flooded out.
As the rains are forecast to continue through the weekend, the state remains on high alert. The federal government is expected to issue a major disaster declaration within the next 24 hours to unlock FEMA funding for long-term recovery.